Hi everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm bringing you a review of the Tartelette Full Bloom Eyeshadow Palette from Tarte. This I think launched in November or December of 2021 as a limited edition eyeshadow palette, but it is still available and that's why I recently picked it up and I thought it'd be fun to review to see if it is a really nice palette that you should get while it is still available or if you can skip it and save your money. So that's what we're doing today. If you are new here, then hi, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you found it. I upload beauty videos 4 times a week and I would love it if you subscribed. But for now, if you want to see my thoughts and the tutorial with the Tartelette Full Bloom Eyeshadow Palette, then please keep watching. So, like I said, here we have the palette, or well, the box, and I also showed this in my recent Tarte 30% off haul. But as you can see, this is a 28 pen palette from Tarte. One of the best-selling products from Tarte is their Tartelette in Bloom palette, which is a 12 pen eyeshadow palette with just like super neutral wearable shades. And I used to have that palette, but I gave it to my mom since, I don't know, I just wasn't really into Tarte at that time. I did really like the palette, but I just had other palettes that I reached for. But then, like I said, I recently got very into Tarte. I've been loving their products, so I wanted to give more products a try. Mainly, the product that got me in love with the brand again is the Tartelette Juicy palette. I absolutely love that palette. It's super pretty. I'll show it in a bit as well. But yeah, I do really like the formula, and that's why I wanted to try this one. So this is what the palette looks like. We just have a very pretty front. I do really like this. Just some purple, pink, florally watercolor design. It just says Tartelette Full Bloom, and then it's just this really big palette. It is made out of plastic, and the back you can probably see in my mirror right there is just a reflective gold, which I'm not going to show you because it's literally like reflective and you see my entire room. So when you open it up, this is what the eyeshadow looks like. And just to give you a close-up, this is what these shades look like. As you can see, we have a variety of neutral shades. Some are cool tones, some are warm tones. We have shimmers, we have mattes, we have more smooth shimmers, some more chunky shimmers. So I'm super excited about this palette. I just have some information on my phone of this palette. It retails for 52 euros on the Tarte website, which is a really great deal because normally the 12 pen palettes from Tarte retail for I think 42 euros and you're only getting 12 shades, and in this one you're getting 28 shades for 52 euros, so it's only 10 euros more. In details, it just says, or #1 palette supersized, 28 new rosy plum and bronze neutrals inspired by the award-winning Tartelette in Bloom, multi-use matte, shimmer, metallic and glitter finishes, stays on all day thanks to Amazonian clay. So this has the Amazonian clay formula. It says our biggest Tartelette palette ever and limited edition while supplies last. Like I said, this is a limited edition palette, so if during any point of this video you do think you want to get it, I wouldn't wait too long because it can get discontinued. Now I just thought it would be interesting to check how many grams of product there is actually in here to see if we're actually getting a better deal than the Tartelette Juicy. So in this palette we have 28 times 1.1 grams of product in here, and then in my Tartelette Juicy palette, which is their 42 euro 12 pen palette, we get 12 times 1.5 grams of product. So in this palette you're getting 30.5 grams of total product, and in this one you're getting 18 grams of product, so you're basically getting about 12 grams of products more for just 10 euros more. So I think that this is still a better deal. Also, both of these palettes are made in the USA with a 12-month shelf life in case anyone is interested. But I think right now I want to show you some swatches. I'm not going to swatch every single shade, but I do want to swatch some pretty ones, and then we'll get into the tutorial to see how I created this look and see what I think about this Tarte Full Bloom eyeshadow palette. So I just swatched a couple of the shades. Like I said, I'm not going to swatch every single shade because that is literally going to take me forever and I still need to edit to get this up today. But I did swatch some shimmer shades and some mattes. As you can see, the shimmer shades do look really pretty, but they're not the most shimmery ones ever. And the matte shades are kind of what I'm used to from Tarte, just very soft. However, they aren't like the most pigmented upon swatching, but I do like that because that makes them really easy to blend on the eye. So I think let's see if this one actually performs like the Tartelette palettes that I know. So I just zoomed in and now I'm ready for the tutorial with this gorgeous Tartelette Full Bloom eyeshadow palette. I already tried it out 2 times last week, but I just did a very quick and simple look. So I do have some thoughts already, but I only tried like a couple of the shades. So I'm super excited to show you guys on camera what this looks like, because the 2 looks that I've already done, I've really liked how they turned out. So I feel like we're definitely able to create a gorgeous look with this again today. So here we have a close-up of the palette, and as you can see, on the one side we have more warm tones, and then on this side we have some more cool tones. I'm mainly gravitating towards these like more warm tone pinks because I do like the cool toned purples as well, but I have been using my Natasha Denona Midi Retro palette quite a lot, which has like these cool tone mauve tones as well. So I think I want to reach in like the more warm toned pinks. I think that's going to be super pretty. So we're just going to do one look in this video, but if you guys want to see a 3 looks 1 palette, then definitely let me know, because we can totally do like even more than 3 looks with this palette because there are so many shades in here. So I just zoomed in even closer, and I'm going to start with my Rare Beauty Always an Optimist eye primer. This is what I usually use as eye primer. Then I'm just blending this out with like this big fluffy brush, and I have to be careful a little bit since I've already done my brows. Normally I do my brows after I do my eyeshadow, but when I come on camera without any eyeshadow, I already feel like so not myself that I at least want to do my brows. Then it looks like a little bit more like an actual look. So yeah, this eye primer just gives a nice and even canvas for the eyeshadows. Also, I have my window open because it's lovely weather outside today, so I hope there's not too many noises. But yeah, the weather is so lovely today. I'm so excited that it is now spring, and I can't wait to like go outside and wearing t-shirts and everything, so that's super exciting. So this palette is kind of hard to hold on camera, but the first shade I'm going to be using is this one here called Magnolia, and I'm just going to press this basically all over my lid with this fluffy brush. And the reason I'm doing this is because we just applied the eye primer, which is of course a little sticky, and I always find it easy to actually set like the base with a lighter shade of eyeshadow, just so that everything is going to be blending nicely on top. Now, what I personally love about Tarte's eyeshadow palettes is that they're super everyday friendly. I don't feel any need to do like a super dramatic cut crease look or anything with this, because the shades are so like natural and soft. So that's also the look I want to do today. So now that we've applied this shade, the next thing I'm going to be doing is taking the shade called Peony here at the top right corner. And Peony looks like a gorgeous warm tone pink. It might be my favorite shade out of the palette. And I'm just applying this on this blending brush as well. And then I'm just going to put it in the crease. It's a very light pink, but it still gives some depth to the eye. Now, unfortunately, there's not really a deeper version of the shade that is a matte. This one is deeper, but it is a shimmer shade. So I think I'm going to be using this one here called Independent, and then I might do this shade called Creative later, so we can add a bit more pink into the look. But I would have loved it if there was like another sort of like warm toned pink in there. But yeah, I'm just taking the shade Independent also on the same brush, and then I'm just going to sort of with circular motions apply it to the outer corners, adding a bit of that pink peony shade to blend it out. The shade is quite pigmented as well. Unfortunately, I don't have the original Tartelette in Bloom in my collection anymore, so I can't really compare it to that. But I do have the Tartelette Juicy, and I can show you a little comparison in a bit of what the difference is. Then taking just a clean fluffy blending brush, I'm going to blend that all together. These shades go together really nicely. I think they're really pretty. Now taking this brush, it's a bit more smaller, I'm going to take this shade called Creative, and this is a matte with some shimmer in there, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. I know ColourPop has like a formula kind of similar to that, and I do like it, so I think this is going to work well, but let's try it out. That's a really beautiful shade. Then just blending that out using the same brush. It's really pretty and not glittery at all. Taking the shade Peony again, which was the first pink that we used, I'm just going to go over everything to make sure it all blends in nicely. Taking a bit more of that independent shade, just want to go over this edge a bit more. I feel like that purple shade called Creative is not blending out as nicely. It's not patchy, but it's a little hard to blend just. I wish it blended a bit more easily. But it is a pretty shade and I still like how that looks. I just wish there was like one more warm tone pink or something in here to have as a transition shade. Now taking my Charlotte Tilbury smudger brush, I want to take that independent shade and apply it to the lower lash line. And on the outside, I want to add a bit of the shade Creative, which was the more purpley pink. Then I'm just blending that out with this small brush that we use for the shade Creative. Taking my finger, I'm going to apply this shimmer right here, which is called Plush, and I want to apply that basically all over the lid. And what I noticed from this palette is the shimmers look pretty similar to how I'm used to it from Tarte, but they feel a bit more dry. The shimmers in my Tartelette Juicy palette feel very creamy, and these just feel a bit more dry. Just a very soft, nice, romantic look. Taking a small pencil brush, I'm going to take the lighter shimmer from the palette, which is Sun-Kissed, and I want to place that on the inner corners. And I also want to add it a little bit to the center of the lid, but I might do that with the finger. Then lastly, I'm taking a bit more of the shade Creative, and I want to add a bit more back to the outer corner. So this is what the finished eye look turned out. Now off camera, I'm going to apply some mascara and then I'll be back to share my final thoughts on this eyeshadow palette. I'm back and I just applied some mascara. I ended up not applying lashes just because I feel like this is a very soft everyday look, and if I were to apply like pretty heavy lashes, because pretty much all lashes look heavy on me, I don't know why, but I feel like it like hides the eye look, which I didn't want, so I might wear lashes in tomorrow's video again. But for now, I just wanted to show you the actual look without like any false lashes. I really like how it turned out. I think it's a very pretty everyday romantic look, and I just feel like these are the words I keep using, but that's truly how I feel about this palette. If you want a nice palette that you can wear to work, to school, just your everyday life, then I think this would be a really nice option because you do have like a variety of shades in here. If you are a beauty YouTuber influencer, I don't know, and you just have a lot of eyeshadow palettes already and you're more into like dramatic eye looks, maybe a bit more intense shimmers, then maybe this is not the best option for you. I'm personally very much an everyday friendly category, and even though I am on YouTube and I do make beauty videos, I keep mostly reaching for like my everyday friendly neutrals. I just feel like on myself and my eye type, just these really heavy eye looks don't look good on me, so I'd rather wear a soft look, focus a bit more on blush and my lips. I just feel like that looks better on me personally. So if you are like that as well, I think you would really enjoy this palette because it is a very good palette and you are getting a lot of value for your money. So in the big Tartelette Full Bloom palette, you're getting 28 shades, and in this one, you're only getting 12. But like I said, you get so many more shades. You can really see the difference in size in these palettes as well. I do really like this palette too. I feel like I have all the colors I would need for a look that I want. But with this one, I just feel like you just have a bit more variety. So I'll definitely keep both of them, but if you are looking to buy one of them, maybe this one would be a better value for your money. That being said, from the shades I've tried, I do prefer the ones in this smaller formula. They're a bit more softer and I feel like a bit more pigmented, even though these aren't super pigmented as well. I mean, they are pigmented, but they're very soft and they don't really pack a punch, which I don't really mind. I don't need like a super intense glittery shimmer every single day. I'm perfectly fine with these when I want to wear like a soft everyday wearable. When I want to wear like a soft, easy eye look, I love these shimmers. In this palette, the ones we've tried were a bit less as soft, but there are some like other shimmers in here that seem to be a bit more glittery, so I'm excited to try those as well with like my NYX glitter eye primer and see how they will perform. So let me know if you guys want to see a 3 looks 1 palette or even like a 5 looks 1 palette with this Tartelette Full Bloom palette. I definitely don't plan on putting this away in a drawer and never reaching for it again. I do see this to become like one of my most reached palettes in my collection, and I just feel like it has every single shade that I will need. However, if you guys watch my videos, you know that this is currently in my project pan, so I'll definitely keep using this one as well. So just to give a little conclusion of everything I just said, I do recommend this Tartelette Full Bloom eyeshadow palette. I feel like the quality is nice, the shades work nice, they blend easily, and even though the shimmers aren't as soft as the ones I'm used to in my Tartelette Juicy palette, I still feel they are really nice everyday shimmers. Don't expect a like Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona amount of shimmers because these are not that. These are just super soft and they will definitely complement the easy soft eye looks, and I just feel like Tarte's formula is really easy to work with. So if you are looking for a nice Tarte palette, then I do definitely recommend getting this one. It is limited edition, so I'll have it linked down below. If you do want to get it, then maybe this is the time to get it. I'm not sure how long it will be around for. I know I really wanted the big Tartelette Juicy palette. The one that I just showed you is the 12 pen, but they had like a bigger version of the Tartelette Juicy palette and I wanted it, but I waited too long and then I think it's now discontinued. So I ended up getting the other one. So if you do want this palette, then definitely don't wait too long because it might be discontinued anytime soon. Okay everyone, then this was it for my review on the Tarte Full Bloom eyeshadow palette. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the eye look, about the eyeshadow palette, and what you think about Tarte's eyeshadow formula in general. If you did enjoy this video, then I would absolutely love it if you gave it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. All of these things would help me so much with my channel and I'd really appreciate it. But with that said, thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!